Note that this group, this Council on Foreign Relations, is not the inner core of a secret society. It's that third ring, or it's 2 rings out from the center at least. What does that mean? That means a lot of those people don't have the slightest clue as to who is directing them or why. And don't forget that the ring beyond that is much bigger. That ring is called the Republican Democrat Party. That's the next ring out. And there are rings beyond that. None of those people know that they're being directed from the inside. So these people are unaware, most of them, some of them know, but most of them are totally unaware of the control or the purpose of the CFR. I think most of them are opportunists who look at the CFR as more or less a high-powered employment agency. If you are invited to become a member and you get on their membership list, you don't have to worry about a good job ever again. Because every time these people are looking for a reliable, trustworthy person with the right mental outlook, and they're looking for someone to hire, they look on that membership list and they know that that's a safe list. And so they're always being offered jobs. And people know that, even though they may not know why. So a lot of them are just opportunists. And you see, you don't get on that list just because you're a good guy or because you're a smart guy. You've been very carefully analyzed, and you have to be invited by certain people, and you have been analyzed to show that you have this goal in your mind of internationalism, collectivism, and the New World Order. If you don't express a sympathy with that goal, you will never be invited to join the CFR. And even if you do have that goal, you may not be invited, because now they want to look at you and see how potentially powerful you can be, how smart you are, what are your connections, what are you doing in life, and possibly they even look to see how ruthless you are, I don't know. But anyway, I want to emphasize that just because people are in the Council on Foreign Relations does not mean that they're part of the inner core of the secret society. Now, there are 3 things we must understand about this group. One is they are not partisan. This is perhaps the most important thing for us to know today, is that this is not an issue of Republicans versus Democrats. You find about an equal number of Republicans and Democrats on this membership list. To these people, political partisanship is a joke. They have much bigger fish to fry. They use partisan politics as a gimmick to manipulate the thinking and the loyalties and the activities of the common man. None of these people are Democrats or Republicans with the capital letters in front of them, only as a matter of convenience. That's the first thing to know. The second thing to know is that they are elitists. They intend to rule the world. For the world's own good, of course, you understand. But they really believe that their vision of the New World Order, based on the model of collectivism, is the highest morality, and they intend to use any method whatsoever to bring that about. They consider that they are at war to bring that about. And people like you and me are the enemy in that war. We must be defeated. We must be annihilated. To them, they adopt the morality of war. What is the morality of war? In wartime, there is only one immoral act, and that is to lose. And that's their mentality. You keep that in mind when you're dealing with these people. They will be totally ruthless. And if it's necessary to put innocent people in prison, so be it. If it's necessary to engineer an event that would cause the loss of thousands of American lives, so be it. Because they are at war, and they do not intend to lose. The third thing to know is that the method by which they intend to rule is called democracy. We're back to that word now, democracy. The problem arises. How does a ruling elite control the masses in an age where people have been conditioned to think that they should determine their own political destiny. I mean, we've been taught, like in that classroom, we'll vote on everything. And our vote will make it correct. And as long as we're given the vote, everything is fine. We've been taught that. So how does the ruling elite deal with that mass psychology where everybody thinks that they should have a right to vote on their leaders and on the issues and so forth? And the answer is quite simple. How do you keep the gum-chewing public out of the way? And that leads to the title of my presentation, which is the Quigley Formula. Quigley answers that question in his book. He says, to perpetuate the deception of democracy, to allow people to continue to think that they are participating in their own political destiny, all we have to do is to create two political parties and control them both, and let the idiots jump from one party to the next and choose one candidate versus the other, as long as they never get out of that two-box trap that we set.